happy to welcome you here once again for our first IBEC meeting this financial year, and those coming here for the first time, karibuni hapa Karen. I wish to note that we have made a significant progress since our last meeting in June. We had a very successful 8th Devolution Conference in Eldoret, who was in Gishu County, the resolutions of which we are currently implementing. Let me acknowledge and reaffirm the commitment of the Kenya Kwanza administration to ensuring that our devolution dream works for the betterment of the Kenyan people. His Excellency President William Ruto and I are committed to fostering harmonious and consultative intergovernmental relations and cooperations at both levels of government. We also acknowledge and appreciate your continued support to our various development interventions and under our bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Let us continue to realign our development programs and projects to this economic model. As part of the better framework, I especially appreciate your support to our coffee and tea reform agenda. We are determined to ensuring that the farmers' interests are mainstream and reap maximum benefits from their sweat. I urge you to extend the same cooperation to other value chains that include dairy, livestock, sugar, cotton, among others that have the potential to revive our economy, create employment opportunities to our young people, and change their lives for the better. I wish Your Excellencies to emphasize our commitment to timely disbursement of funds to counties. Even under the current difficult fiscal space, and for the first time in our devolution history, the National Treasury was able to disburse all amounts due to counties by the end of the last financial year at midnight on 30th June. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, this financial year we have fully remitted equitable share of July and a substantial part of August and September. However, we have noted that some of our counties hold a lot of funds in their respective accounts in the central bank. In view of the timely disbursement, I strongly urge you to fast-track payments of pending bills on first-in, first-out basis. Indeed, we should not be having pending bills for the last financial year. Delayed salaries to the county staff should also be a thing of the past. Where there are challenges, I urge the Council of Governors, the Controller of Budget, and the National Treasury to institute mechanisms and administrative procedures that guarantee timely salary payments, and where there are challenges, my office is always open and available to create the right synergy for consultation. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, prompt payments of goods and services that are due releases a lot of funds to our entrepreneurs, SMEs, and local business in our counties, and hence increasing liquidity in the economy, boosting economic activities, and by extension, increasing tax revenue to our government. We have noted with a lot of concern that the level of own source revenue collected is still below 35% of your estimated potential, especially areas such as property tax, which is a low-hanging fruit. Excellencies, as we agreed in our last meeting, please do streamline your revenue collecting systems with a view of optimizing your existing own resource revenue system by digitizing and automating your revenue systems and sealing leakages. I want to reaffirm the commitment of His Excellency President William Ruto and myself to unbundling the remaining functions as per the President's directive during the devolution conference. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we finalize on devolving the remaining functions, we have noted with a lot of concerns some emerging threats to devolution. Among the threats is the ever-rising wage bills that is slowly eroding the amounts appropriated for development expenditure. Such wage increases are not sustainable, both in the short term and in the long term. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, corruption is a threat to both levels of governments. Let us work collectively to put in place control measures to monitor the use of public funds such that all procurement and expenditures are within the law. As I conclude, I wish to appreciate your continued support in jointly implementing the universal health care program that we launched jointly recently. I urge you to prioritize preventive health care, as this will enhance the quality of health care in the whole nation and reduce the cost of curative medicine. In conclusion, let us partner together as we put in place measures to mitigate the effects of El Nino rains, which are expected to start in mid-October and continue to the end of December. Let us mobilize a contingency fund through budget harmonization and county-based emergency funds.